When you're first starting a company, there are a number of challenges.
You're pretty much starting from zero. And you have no brand credibility.
You're worried about making payroll.
I thought about raising money to grow Milk Bar for a while, and I think my biggest hesitation in doing that was always, you're bringing in someone new into your business.
When you think about strategic or financial partners, most of the times people are looking for short-term ROI.
You can always tell how a business is going to perform by integrating yourself into that business, and entrepreneurs understand that. Investors don't often do that.
You want someone that has that ability to build around the visions of founders.
I think the important thing is when you're working with people, you're working together. And you want people to really have those same values that you have. They're as driven as you are. And that's what really makes businesses grow. So I'm looking both at what I've done in real estate, connecting the dots there, as well as looking at what we're doing in RSE and the different ventures, how we got into sports using the Miami Dolphins. If you look at it as a whole, it's very understandable what we're doing and where we're going.
We think that the journey matters. We're not investing in stocks, we're backing people, and people with a mission to change the world in some way.
And Pizza really set out to create a cultural movement around a core set of values. We've been really strong advocates of fighting for an increased federal minimum wage, and we really believe that the success of our business is based on the strength of our employees. Having the entire RSE family that fundamentally understand what we're trying to do globally is extraordinarily important.
We pride ourselves on being early. We tend to not need the wisdom of the crowd to back our ideas. We get involved in drone racing when it was just a PowerPoint in our conference room because we knew it had the makings of a sport.
The Drone Racing League is a very complicated business to understand. At our core, we're a technology company. We're also a media company because we produce all the content from our races. And finally, we're a global sports league. And that's one of the best things for us about working with RSE. They have sporting events. They're invested in other media companies. They also have investments in pure technology companies. So they know the challenges we face as we think about research and development investing, technology hurdles, and timelines.
I'm proudest of the times where there was an amazing idea that deserved to have its day in the public, and if it weren't for us, it might not have seen the light of day. 4 years ago, we realized that soccer was about to hit its stride in the US, and we decided to create an incredible tournament.
We would not have been able to run our business without RSE's involvement. The best example I can give you is when Steve Ross flew to Madrid, had breakfast with Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, and he basically pitched that we need to have El Clasico in Miami. He made certain guarantees that this event would be a Super Bowl type quality event. And without Mr. Ross, I think it would have fell flat if I had tried to do this on my own.
We look for people that have a passion for their idea.
I am utterly passionate. I can't breathe without doing what I'm doing right now.
And we look to help a partner who's at an inflection point go the rest of the distance. I like to think I was Gary Vaynerchuk's first client. We were there in the beginning and we watched VaynerMedia go from a startup with Gary and his brother AJ in 2009 to having almost 1,000 employees today.
I didn't even consider having a meeting with another firm. RSE is the perfect partner because they're thinking about in perpetuity, domination, execution. That aligns with a true bred entrepreneur that has big legacy ambition.
We're partners in the truest sense of the word. A partner is there when times are tough. A partner understands your mission and understands that it's not a straight line.
I like to think of Milk Bar's philosophy from a business standpoint as when everyone zigs, we zag. And Matt and the RSE team, they get it, they embrace it, and they're along with me for the ride.
Steve said something very interesting to me like right before we joined, and he said that if you're not going to make mistakes with this investment, then it was a bad investment. They're willing to strike out huge. They want you to take some big swings. That's really good.
We build businesses from scratch, and what you really need out of an investor is somebody to be in the foxhole with you.
We're a very recent member of the RSE family, and working with RSE has enabled me actually to step back from the minutiae of some of the day-to-day stuff that you have to execute when you're an entrepreneur and really go after the big vision for our company.
Having RSE with Radiate from the very beginning lent this patina that told everybody we were playing with the A-listers.
RSE is really modeled on Steve Ross and what he's done throughout his career to become one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the entire world. Steve connects the dots.
When they talk about connecting the dots, this is that strategic partnership that lets you to tap into their network.
Having RSE in at the ground level gave us the credibility we needed to form some of the critical relationships we needed across distributors, venues, and other partners.
RSE has enabled me to run down new relationships and new partnerships with other like-minded entrepreneurs that are becoming mentors of mine, that are opening doors.
What is RSE?
They're great partners.
Perfect partners.
I feel like RSE is a family.
But they're much more of a family.
It's their family.
Family.
I'm proud to be part of the RSE family.
They push us to dream bigger, to think bigger, to do things we might not normally do.
We are RSE.